Episode 117 of Credit 101. In this episode, I'm going to talk about how certain people can be able to ignore certain debts. Now, I recently had someone call me. A few people actually talked about this subject, or they brought up certain situations where they were in judgment or they was getting sued. And I asked them, are you getting any type of government assistance? Are you on Social Security? Because if you guys are basically only, if you guys only technically have enough for the bare minimums, if they qualified you enough to get government assistance, you guys may be considered judgment proof, which means if you guys were to get a judgment, they can't actually garnish your check. They can't collect money from you because you barely have enough money for like your personal expenses and things like that. So if you do get a judgment, I want you guys to think about look at your judgment paperwork and talk to an attorney too. I just want to say, just look at your judgment paperwork. And then I know in Wisconsin, if you guys are getting any type of government assistance, they cannot technically garnish you. They cannot garnish you because they already say that you do not have enough money. And I want you guys to look at your state and see where you're at in your state, because like I said, certain benefits, certain things that you're getting, it makes you judgment proof because you don't have money. They're going to just take the amount that you have left over. And again, I wrote down a few things. If you guys are basically have enough, if they're taking away your essentials like basic clothing, ordinary household furnishings, you just basically have the bare minimum, your food, Social Security benefits, these things cannot technically be taken away. They cannot actually garnish you, and they cannot come after you for certain funds. So certain people, I remember certain family members used to say, I don't care, I ain't got no money anyway for them to take. They can call me, the like collection companies. And I used to wonder, like, what do you mean? And now that I'm older and I've seen certain things, I see exactly what they mean, because it's like, I don't have anything that you can take. I'm not going to break my back. Like, say if you were to start trying to say, okay, I want to make a lot more money because I got certain debts, you have to think about the statute of limitations on certain debts. You have to think about when you make more money, now they have a chance to garnish you and take certain things. When these debts, they technically couldn't even sue you for them, or if they were to sue you for certain debts, they couldn't technically come after you and hurt you. And some people are in this situation too, where they have a lot of medical debt and they think, oh my gosh, I'm going to have this happen and that happen. It's like, listen, if you don't even have a lot of income coming in, do not worry yourself enough to think about certain debts. And I just want to say this from experience, because I remember being in certain situations where I lost my mind about certain debts, and to me, they really didn't even matter. Like, now I'm looking back on them, it's like, dude, you didn't even have enough money to pay for certain debts, and you're literally losing your mind trying to pay off debts when you don't even have the basics of food and clothing. You know what I mean? So if you guys are in a situation where you don't even have enough money for the basic necessities to even pay for your own groceries because you get food stamps or food share, they understand that certain debts, certain companies can't even come after you. Do not lose your mind. You need to focus on being able to pay for your own food, your own clothing, and paying for your kids, or making sure that you keep the job that you have or work on getting a job. So keep that in mind. And for those older people, definitely look into this too, because I had a family member call about this too. And I'm like, they cannot take certain things from you. Like, you getting Social Security, they're not going to take these different things from you. Do not worry about you getting sued. Basically, you can go to court, you can fight with them or whatever, but don't lose your mind, because I see a lot of people stressed and lose their mind about these things. So just know that there are certain protections out there. But now that I kind of put a little bug in your ear, definitely do more research, talk to an attorney about these different things. And if you guys are not judgment proof, you guys like, no, Rickita, like, I don't get none of that, they coming after me, then let's talk about in the next episode which debt you should think about paying off first, because this is a such thing. You shouldn't just say, remember last episode we talked about all the different debts. You shouldn't just say, okay, I'm gonna start paying from the top to the bottom. Sometimes that's just not necessary. Let's talk about the different debts you should put first and the different methods you should go about it. So let's talk about that in the next episodes. If you guys have any questions, please call me. My phone number is 833 Rickita. I'll see you guys in the next video.